I mean, the high school loan lunch money thing was pretty crazy. This is gonna blow your mind, Eli. I don't know if you heard this conversation.
I don't think I have.
We were talking about how in elementary school,
Yeah.
lunch cost 35 cents. And if you didn't have the money, they wouldn't fucking feed you.
Really?
35 cents. And then you could get a loan in the office.
Mm.
So some people started sharing their stories. And this one stood out to me. And I'm sure it's true. And this is probably even, I would say, common for people our age. At my high school, you could be loaned lunch money 2 times. If you tried more than that, they'd throw the food away instead of letting you eat it.
That's so stupid.
1,000% they would do that. 1,000%. I feel like I've seen that. It's like this. There's this famous scene from Grapes of Wrath during the Depression. They were burning oranges and extra produce because they didn't want to give it away for free while people were starving to death. It's like this is happening in elementary schools. At my school, a girl had already borrowed her lunch twice. She forgot she hadn't paid off from the last time. Before she got to the checkout line, when she said she didn't have money, they took the lunch tray from her hands and dumped it into the garbage right in front of her because they couldn't put the food back.
Jesus.
Hearing them talk about school lunch reminds me of that. They would rather waste food than let you eat it. That is like...
That's so dumb.
So sick. It's a child, and it's so humiliating too to a child. You feel that stuff so deep. I remember I was really embarrassed at times when I didn't have the money. But to be humiliated, how could you even do that as a person?
We don't have a food court in Israel at the school.
Is there food at all? What you just bring?
You just bring food with you.
There's no food there at all.
Mm-mm.
Interesting. At my school, they would let you rack up lunch loans to a point. But if you had an unpaid balance, you were not allowed to go on field trips, attend school dances, or get a yearbook.
Jesus.
And at the end of senior year, if you still had lunch balance, they wouldn't give you your diploma.
So serious.
No graduation for you, hungry poor peasants.
Oh my God. It's so like insanely serious for what?
Well, and like for most of the people that work in like the kitchens are like volunteers or of people. Like, how can you look at a child in the face and then dump their lunch in the trash? Like, give it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So evil. Thank you.
Nice.
Golly, dude. Yeah, when I was at school, I didn't have, in middle school specifically, they sold pizza slices, and I survived on the generosity of my friends giving me one of their pepperonis.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
Ugh. Embarrassing. To beg for pepperonis. This person says they're pushing kids for something that is the parent's responsibility. If you're poor, you get a free lunch like I did. But some people's parents have money but just don't give a fuck about their kids, which is kind of where I was probably more so.
Let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's go have lunch.
But like I said, California just became, I think, the first state in the country that offers free breakfast and lunch to everybody. who
Really?
wants
That's
it.
cool?
Yep.
Wow.
That's awesome.
California, baby. That's how
That's
we do
great.
it around here.
Love that.
I do love that.
That is correct. Yep, first state.
Huh?
I said, yeah, that's correct. First state.
The first state in this beautiful nation.
Hmm.
That's it, man. You talk. Hey, next time someone talks shit about California, say, well, they give every kid free breakfast and lunch at school. And then Joe Rogan be like, that's bullshit. Kids need to learn to fucking, they need to learn to suffer. You know what I mean? Gotta earn. There ain't no such thing as free lunch.
Free fudge
Even if you
browns.
5. Gotta work for it, bro. Gotta beg for pepperoni like I used to. I don't want to pay for kids' lunches. There actually are people who are like very opposed to free school lunches because they think they don't want to support other people's kids.
Oh my God.
They go, my kids aren't doing the free lunch because I feed them. So why should I feed other people's kids? It's like psycho. It's crazy.
Psycho.
I'm seeing that one school lunch costs $3.
Dude, it's very expensive to feed kids.
Well,
To feed every kid in the country, it's very, very, very expensive.
Yeah, but just consider out what else crazy stuff we
I know, like on a
spend money
person by person basis, but it's probably, I'm sure it's costing like tens of billions of dollars probably per year.
Yeah, but
I don't know what's the budget on the lunch program in California.
Let's see.
it's probably like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's little. It's so easy to spend $3, in my opinion, for like a government on a child.
Well, it's a state.
Right.
So we have a state budget that we're dipping into. Also, there's like 60 million people in California.
Yeah.
How is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very free in Sweden. Completely.
Are you looking into that?
Yeah. We're going through the bill right now.
You know, that's $6 a day for every kid.
Oh, there's no way it's $6 a day per kid.
Well, Love was saying it's $3 per meal.
$5 if you count breakfast usually.
$5 per day?
Yeah.
So, I mean, every kid in elementary, middle, and high school, $5 a day. I mean, that's a significant amount of money.
Kids loved Hitler.
But it's a price we should all be willing to pay.
Oh, here you go. Mm-hmm. Olivia found it. This sounds 2022 Budget Act. This is for California. So it's 596 million. So about $500 million.
And then
$500 million.
And then additional 150.
Or what's the 150 for?
That's for other programs to increase. Hold on, I just had it up right now.
So it's 590 plus 150. So it's like 740 million. Hey, that's a lot of money. California state budget. I mean, how much does California take in taxes? That is a good question. How much does California take in taxes every year? They just play this in the cafeteria. That's right. A damn country. The damn shame. Probably 1% of the LAPD budget. Yeah, maybe. No, no, that's not true. LAPD budget is like $1 billion.
So it looks like the past fiscal year, 2022 through 2023, the general funds budget of California was $22 billion.
Nice.
all the kids you can feed.
What does California spend all of its money on?
All kinds of shit.
Because, like, other states don't even have an income tax. Like, and we have all this money. What do we do with it all? You know?
We have a lot of public services here in California compared to a lot of other states. Just think about all the complaints we hear about people that move to Texas. I just read an article the other day about, it was funny because everybody was like making fun of this person on Twitter, but I thought it actually was insightful. They were like a Silicon Valley person who moved to Austin, like so many people from California are doing. And he was just talking about how terrible the public services are there. Like, you don't even realize, school system and utilities cost a fuck ton there, apparently, and
they suck. Like in Texas,
and they're bad.
The power
right?
grid
It's
just
like worse
goes off
service
every
for
winter.
way more money.
Just turns off.
Till it gets hot in Texas.
So that's good to know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, hey, we pay a price, but I guess stuff's good here. You know, and I like that. I like California. I ain't trying to leave. Save 10% on your income tax so that kids can't. Just because kids want to eat lunch at school. It's psychotic. Actually, psychotic. I lived in California my whole life. If I'm going to start making a bunch of money and then bail to another state just because I don't want to pay 10% to support the other people in my state I grew up in, it's pathetic, in my opinion, to leave for that. No loyalty, man. Love for state, right?
Also, I feel like once you're at the point where you're making enough money, why do you care?
It's never enough.
Right.
I mean, I've talked to people who do that. They go, I could save, $2 million by moving to Texas a year. It's a lot of money. But ultimately, when you die, is that $2 million extra you're saving going to have any impact on your life? If you're making that much.
Right.
That means you're making 20 million a year. If you're saving that much. Easy to say when you're rich? Well, that's my point. That's
We
kinda
are
my
talking
point.
about rich people
Yeah.
that moved out because of the tax.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. You know what I mean? Anyway, what does California's state budget look like? I am curious. Pull that up for me. What are we spending our money on, man? You know?
Okay, well, here's the summary chart.
This is exciting content.
Again, here's the general fund.
We got
prior
charts,
balance. I'll make it bigger. Safety net reserve, public schools.
We have $900. That's it? Yo, there's only $900 reserve?
These are millions.
What is?
It's the budget, the state budget.
By
here we go.
agency.
Can I just get a pie chart?
Yeah, I sent you a pie chart.
All right, you got a pie chart.
Yeah, give me a pie chart.
Scroll down a little bit.
All right, let's take a look here. Total state funds. The biggest one here is health and human services. Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, dude. Higher education.
Bye-bye.
That to me is hilarious that the state is giving colleges money and it's still so fucking expensive. Like what?
All right.
Yeah, the UC system is one of the best college systems in the country too.
Right.
So,
well, the UC system is supposed to be like affordable for California residents, and it is significantly cheaper for California residents.
Right.
But it's still really expensive.
Still very expensive.
They're hard to get into, too.
And they're hard to get into.
Yeah, they don't. You know what's crazy? They don't favor people from the state. So like, even if you live here, it's so hard to get in those schools. And then so you have 36% health and human services, 26% kindergarten to 12th grade education, 8% higher education.
And you can click on any of these
That's
for a breakdown.
Transportation, business. So I mean, it seems like we're doing it on pretty good stuff here.
And you can click on any of those pie chart categories for a specific breakdown of where it goes.
Mm.
This
Wow.
is great.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good to me, right?
I didn't know you could look up this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all
I don't know what I'm looking
transparent.
at mostly, but yeah, it looks great.
Wait, what? The environmental protection is 1.7. Can you click that? I feel like that should be higher.
Well.
So, what's
like our
the
state
police?
is constantly on fire. You know what I mean? Let's put a little more money there.
What's the police budget? It's not on
Yeah,
here.
where is police?
Well, law enforcement, for the
city
most
thing,
part,
right?
is a municipal thing.
Yeah.
There are state police, but compared to like LAPD, it's very small.
Oh.
Okay.
So
I would imagine that's in judicial and executive, this kind of stuff.
What's that? There's
Anyways,
that
this has
one
to be really, really fascinating for everybody that doesn't live in California.
So, well, it's a peek into the state, bureaucracy. Put up a little bit, tiny bit. This is the biggest one. Secretary of State. Why are they getting paid so much?
What the fuck?
Department of Justice.
Probably not just to them personally, or maybe it is. I don't know.
All right, thank you. Just defend my state a little bit here. You know what I mean? Now, L.A. on the other hand is a different story. These motherfuckers got to get their shit together. Because look at this. Police is the second expenditure. The top one is other special purpose funds. Can you be more specific,
Yeah, what?
please?
What?
You can if you click on it. I think it says.
There's no data. I clicked
Very
it.
good.
But yeah, I mean, this is a huge problem in LA. The police annual budget is $2
This is
billion.
for 2023. Maybe that's why there's no data.
$2
No, if you scroll
billion?
down, you'll see more.
Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
$2 billion? LA city spends $2 billion a year on police?
That's bizarre, dude.
But that's like 10% of the entire state budget.
Spend a lot of money on cops.
That doesn't
2
even make
billion?
sense.
Yeah, because they buy them like tanks and shit. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, that's a big problem here in the city. Thank you. We gotta. If only we just need more money for the police,
Yeah.
so that this city can finally be safer. Politicians actually run on that. They go, "We gotta clean up this city by increasing the budget to the police."
That's
It's
crazy.
like they already have all the money.
How can you actually say those words?
Because it just sounds good, I guess. We need to give them another $1 billion so that they can have more tanks, more missile launchers, more Apache helicopters to rain hellfire on the homeless.
We still haven't talked about anything.
All right, let's
in
move
the
on. Let's
title.
do some stuff now. God.